Hello everybody, Astocky here and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play of the Technicality pack. A couple of minor, well maybe not quite so minor, but a couple of things that happened since the last episode. To start with, I built this little setup just here, based on a number of ones, but it was Hey Yorkie finally doing it that made me actually go out and do it myself. I've been watching him do it for a while, and a lot of what he was doing didn't really work, but once he showed me the open crate, that worked really well. So I've got my lexicon Botania on me, but open crates are really easy to make. I've worked out what's been causing this. It's when I do an update and I've changed from my laptop computer to my desktop computer with the save files. That's the one my son plays on. So we want open crate. The recipe is living wood planks, like that, and you basically just attach them to a dropper, and you have to have a clear block underneath, otherwise it always seems to jam up for me. But basically, when something goes on the pressure plate, a piece of charcoal in this case, that sends a signal. That's not going to work so well because I've got my magnetization ring on. But basically, drops on there, that sends a redstone signal. When it gets eaten by one of the endo flames, that pulses the redstone signal. And it's that pulsing of the redstone signal that sets the dropper to drop another one. Now that one will just sit there and wait until the next one gets eaten. And I just kind of go through stacks of them. Unfortunately, that's basically full. So what's been happening is I've been turning it off because it fills this up and this backs up and these all back up and then they just stop eating. What else did I do? I created just a tiny little melon farm here because I need a couple of pieces of melons for what I want to do today. Cooked up a heap more charcoal. I have 64 stacks of oak planks now. So all the wood that comes out of this I'm just turning into charcoal to run my machines. I tried this hoping that this would create some mossy cobblestone so that this sword can repair itself. I will show you the, I guess you'd call it mining that I did off camera. It's not really quite so much mining, but I made a little quarry downstairs because I basically used the setup here of showing me where slime chunks were, and I went downstairs and saw that there was a slime chunk in a ravine. So where these slimes have appeared before, I went and tried to light the whole place up and used a quarry to just dig it out. Ah, there it is, it worked. Perfect. So yeah, I used a quarry to basically dig this whole thing out. And then I went running around and lit everything up. But with my, hold on, trying to not talk, get distracted. So yeah, I used the quarry to mine this down, and I wanted to stop before it got to the point where there was too much of that distance fog you get. It's just got to be less than 40 and no mobs around, so this worked out pretty well. And then all around the edges of the ravine, as I was doing it, I basically went and used this pickaxe that I have, which is, as you can see, it's a Fortune 3 pickaxe because I have 450 lapis on it. And I use that to basically mine more lapis, and I've now got, I went from 125 to 450 lapis on this in the process, and this is now a looting 3 sword as well. There was some more lapis up there, but I couldn't be bothered to get it. So that's my little slime farm now, and you can see, you know, stack of slime balls. That's kind of what I was hoping would happen. but they hadn't been spawning until, well, now. Obviously I got a bunch more gold and other ores and things while that was happening. Got some more berry bushes as well, so I've got in here like my essence berries. What do we got? Some aluminium berries as well. The tin and the copper berries seem to take a really long time to grow. I don't know if that's a feature or whatever. Well, I don't know what it is, but 13 essence berries is really good because it's been helping me just sweep through the levels. And that's great because my armor is now enchanted. I put 15 levels on each bit. So I got projectile protection 3, projectile protection 2, thorns 1, protection 2, unbreaking 3. Well, that's just useless. I would have thrown that out except for the fact that I've already attached my goggles to it. Now I don't know if I showed you before. I don't actually think that I did. But down this way, all the area that was chunked out by this, and that's quite a lot of area actually. You can see all the way down there. Basically, the high pressure water that was escaping from that, basically it dug all this out. This was all just destroyed by it. Down the bottom, I can't even exactly remember where because it's a bit of a maze once you start to come down here. There was... Yeah, it's going to be too hard to show you. This is part of the reason why I actually did what I did off camera. Basically, it was very much maze-like, but it dug itself into a dungeon. Now the chest is still there because I wanted to save the chest for when I was on camera. That's not working quite so well for me, but I will definitely make sure I show you next episode the chest because I haven't opened it yet. But through the magic of Jabba, the barrels mod, not only does it let you make these dollies that will transport chests around, it lets you make a diamond dolly, which is a regular dolly with 3 diamonds. Now it's got a limited number of uses, but the current one I basically used to pick that mob spawner up and bring it here. Because basically my intention is to create another setup where they basically come over and drop down on top of this, and then I kill them and good stuff happens. Because at the moment I've used a bunch of glowstone to make these runes into runes of self-sacrifice using my tier 2. Got to keep the original ones because you need the tier 2 rune to make the things that you use to make this. It's a bit of a silly setup, but that's the way it works. So at the moment, every little stab I do now gets me a bunch more life essence than normal, and soon I will upgrade to the point where I can kill mobs on top with one hit and drain their life essence. But that is probably a little while away. So that's covered most of those things. Next thing, Thaumcraft. Actually, this is what I use to do the enchanting, because I hate making heaps of bookshelves. So you make those things called mana pylons. Now someone pointed it out to me in the description of one of the earlier videos when I was talking about enchanting, and I can't for the life of me remember who it was. I'm sorry about that. And it's taken me a long time to get around to it. But it's a mana diamond, which is a diamond in the mana pool, 2 mana steel and 2 gold, and 2 of them like that. I don't think I have anything that's enchantable. No. 2 of them like that gives you up to level 30. I also got sick of using up as much V's as I was using out of my wand. So you can see at the moment when I hover the mouse over it, it says 100% average cost. What I can do is, this is Thaumcraft armor, and by shift right clicking with this armor stand from Botania, from Bibliocraft, I can quickly swap it all over, and now 90% average cost. So when I'm doing all my Thaumcrafty stuff, I come up here and I throw the Thaumcraft armor on, and it saves me quite a bit of effort. So now I need to show you how to make it. There we go. We need enchanted fabric, so it's wool, string, and then just one of each, so pretty easy. And that gets you one piece of fabric, and then each one of them you can see needs a different aspect, so air, water, and earth. And obviously you've got the goggles. The goggles are revealing, which you make a different way. But then yeah, I made all the armor up, and that gets me the discount. Now the goggles are revealing, that recipe there, and then a bunch of each of the aspects. But now I'm all ready. So I can come up here. These jars here, I haven't started to use them yet, but as you can see, to get more precantatio, put some silverwood logs in, and now I have bucket loads of arbor. Now the way to fix that is you use these things called water jars. Thought that's where jars were. There you go, alchemy. So that's a standard jar, glass panes and a wood slab. And then you can make these labels that you put on them, but I haven't bothered with labels yet. But ooh, hear that like pulsing kind of heartbeat thing? That's warp doing, I don't even know what it does. But a void jar is a regular jar, a bunch of essence, some blaze powder and obsidian. And basically what this does is once it's full, so once it hits at 64, it will keep sucking more in, but the excess just disappears. So I built the runic matrix. I realize this is a bit kind of all over the place, but I built the runic matrix using my terra shards that I have a heap of, and now this is ready to whack with the wand and actually turn into something useful. And I've put my skeleton heads around to help reduce the instability a bit further. The comments in the last video, a couple of people mentioned that these candles, where they are, don't do anything. Now that's true, it only picks up things in a 7x7. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it only picks things up to where here is. But I like the look of the candles, and I think they really add a good Thaumcrafty aspect to pretty much everything that's going on. So that's why it's like that. It's not about it being the most efficient or the best. In fact, it would be better for instability to just grab all of them and just pack them in a round. But I'll get to that later. But anyhow, here we are. Let's ready to see the magic that is Aznor. Go. Okay. Arcane stone bricks, arcane pedestal. Arcane stone bricks, arcane pedestal. Regular arcane stone, empty space, runic matrix. So I have absolutely got that right. The only thing I'm thinking is I might need some more peditio. Is that going to damage my gear? Let's take it all off, don't want to damage it. And that will become evident to you in a second why I'm taking it all off so I don't damage it. Because this eerie biome with this obsidian totem seems to spawn lots and lots and lots of those very, very angry zombie things. See? Angry zombie thing. Oh crap, I'm about to die. Totally forgot how quickly you get killed when you haven't got armor on. Oh, there's an Enderman too. I really want to... I want his pearls. I want his pearls so bad. Thankfully, because I'm just walking, not running, that is a creeper riding a spider. That's cool. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I can't even take the time to admire it properly. Okay. much better. What did that use? Oh, there you go. It uses 25 of each aspect. You would have think it would have mentioned something like that in the book. Oh, ha. Okay, it totally did mention it, I just didn't see it. So that is the beauty of the magic that is Azanor. Now we can make some cool stuff. Not going to do it this episode, but next episode, be prepared to see cool stuff. Also, Pyro pointed out to me that it was a silly thing to build this in the open. I concur, so I've now built at least a little way of stopping too many people getting in. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to wear these. If I had worn these, it would have cost me 10% less Vs. See? Being a little forgetful, and everything just kinda goes bad for you. I mean, well, not bad. Bad is the wrong word. Things aren't bad. It's just that obviously I'm not as efficient as I should be. So now I have to go prancing all around the countryside to try and get some more aspects back into my wand. In the grand scheme of things though, could be much worse. And my intention, although it's probably not going to happen in the short term, is to now make a silverwood wand and some thaumium caps for it. That was not cool. What just happened to me? What in the heck was that? I know Ender.io has added some new things. I had my moment of panic then as I basically just got blown up by something. See, with this armor on, a creeper explosion in one go doesn't kill me. That's why I've left the roof open. But that was some kind of teleporting creeper. I'm going to have to look through the video to see if I can see anything later on, but if you guys can see anything and point it out to me, that would be really cool. I'd like to know what that is. What I was trying to say though is I want to make a silverwood wand core. So that needs one of every kind of shard, plus a bunch of all of the primary aspects. And precantatio. That's not a primary aspect, but it's kind of magic. Magic it's primary to me. So that's a pretty important one, but you also need this balance shard. And that needs some alchemy with a whole lot of each aspect. So it's all of the aspects except for the one that's in the shard that you use. So that's not too bad either. But then to really make this into a decent wand core, I need to use these thaumium caps. So I need to make thaumium to start with. 1 ingot won't be enough, so I'll need to make 2 ingots of it. And then use these. So that part itself is easy. This part is a bit harder though. I need potentia, which I have heaps of, and aurum. And then I need salus mundus. And to get salus mundus, you have to cook one of those balance shards. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the 2 wand caps, plus 1 for the silverwood wand core, 7. So I need 7 of those balance shards, plus I need aurum. Now the only thing I found that actually has aurum in it is these ethereal essences. So I've got 6 there, and that, oh actually hold on. Yeah, I got 1 of each, so 1 of each is going to get me 6, which is just enough to make 1 cap. So that means I need to go and bust open a couple more nodes, because those are the only things I can think of that actually get me aurum as an aspect. I can make it in the research table pretty easily, but I don't know how to actually do anything else to get it. I'm also slightly worried that with the instability, I might end up losing one of them, and then I'd be stuffed. So yeah, so that's what I want to do next with Thaumcraft. Don't know that it adds a whole lot of value, but kind of cool. So now that we've talked Thaumcraft to death, we are going to do something else for Botania. Something that will help make the nether a little bit less scary. Ooh, this is the latest update to Botania. It shows you pretty pictures of stuff instead of words. So we want baubles and accessories. The Pyroclast pendant. This basically absorbs fire and lava damage. So you need a rune of fire, a rune of summer, some string, and a mana steel. Rune of fire, you've seen those before, but I'll show you the recipe anyway. Netherwort, gunpowder, nether brick, and 3 mana steel on the runic altar. And there I have 3 of those. One I haven't made before is the rune of summer. Rune of air, rune of earth, which you've seen, I've got 2 in the chest, 2 pieces of sand, a melon, and a slime ball. That's the reason I needed the melon farm. So I need 2 pieces of sand as well. 1, 2. And we need a piece of living rock to make the whole thing work. And this is going to be an opportunity to use up some of this, which is chockers full. So we want melon, slime ball, rune of earth, not fire, but air, and then 2 sand, I believe. Make sure I got that right. 2 sand. Perfect. Let's give it a bash with the wand. While I'm doing that, it's worth mentioning that the GUI is now working perfectly. What had broken the GUI was Tinkerer's Construct. So that's updated in the latest version of the pack, and that fixed the problem. I love it when there's a simple fix for things. Bit of living rock, and then a whack. That got me 1 single rune of summer. Kind of on the expensive side, but once you see what I can do with this thing, you'll agree that it's worth it. Come over here. Grab a bucket of lava. For string, what else did I need? Mana steel. Always forgetting the mana steel. Okay, so now we can craft it up. So that effectively makes the pendant, and then now we make the function equipable in the amulet slot. So let's stick it in the amulet slot, and now what is meant to happen is that I do the lava throwdown, I jump in, and it instantly puts me out. Yeah. In the video that I saw, you didn't actually take any damage from lava. Yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you. The putting the fire out instantly is still going to be a huge help when it comes to fighting blazes. So I can still live with that. Still not as good as I had hoped though. But I guess if you didn't take any damage swimming in lava, it probably would be a bit OP, wouldn't it? So where does that leave me now? Fire. Yeah, let's check what a fire does. No, fire still damages me, but then as soon as you step out, it puts it out. Yeah, that has got to be a balancing thing. I'll be honest, I think it's probably a good balancing thing. Final quick update. Animals keep escaping. Look, I wish I could tell you why they escape. I don't know. But they keep escaping, so I keep killing them. Helps to thin the herd a little bit. And somehow, chickens keep getting into my pig pen and my sheep pen. So many chickens. I don't think I've ever had as much luck with throwing eggs as I have in this. I threw 16 eggs off camera, and got 12 baby chickens out of it. I've also found out that if by the time I've thrown them all, I got more. I also found out that if you use the arcane furnace to cook up meat, you actually get nuggets. So you get beef nuggets, chicken nuggets, and pork nuggets, and you can use them with a piece of sugar in a bowl to make a triple meat treat. That sounds so dodgy. I want to make it and I want to eat it. And I feel all dirty for just saying that. But hopefully, that'll be something cool that I can make in an episode in the near future. For now anyway, that's been my bit of an update. What I'm going to do off camera for the next episode is do some more stuff with Ender.io. There is so much good stuff that Ender.io will let you do, and I haven't done any of it. So yeah, I really need to do that. I also want to spend some time in the Nether Fortress. And once I spend some time in the Nether Fortress, I want to try and get myself some Wither Skeleton Skulls. Now having this Looting 3 sword is going to really help. The fact that I think I've disabled the creation of mossy... Oh, no, wait. Ha. I was just about to say, I think I must have disabled it in the config. But, no. Sword, mossy cobble. Oh, it's got to be a moss ball. Yep, it's got to be a moss ball, which means I need lots of it. Darn it. Totally forgot about that. So I need 8 pieces. So that's going to take a while now. And that bucket actually goes down a little bit each time it makes some mossy cobblestone, so need to keep making sure I top it up. There we go. So yeah, off camera I'm going to upgrade that sword, which I've left upstairs. I'm going to upgrade the sword to have self-repair, because I am sick of having to use my steel ingots on it. Not that I've had to use probably more than 3, but you get the idea. I don't like having to use steel to repair tools. I also made some mana steel tools with the hope that they would enchant really well. I made this mana steel sword, enchanted to level 30, and got knockback 2, unbreaking 3. Absolutely useless. I was hoping that would work, that I wouldn't have to use lapis, but like I said, so much lapis now it doesn't really matter. Yeah, over here I have one of each that I made up, just because they're cool. Like this axe will now, it's got twice the durability of iron. But it also uses mana from my tablet instead of the actual tool itself. If I wasn't so committed to this Let's Play already, I really like what Hey Yorkie's currently doing with the Thaumcraft and Botania Unite. I like the idea of having just a couple of mods together and really making a pack out of it. That's sort of why I'm trying to focus on one mod at a time, and I'm almost tempted to put my Tinker's Construct tools away and then just use those Botania tools for a while. But except for the Looting 3 sword, which I really need in order to be useful in the Nether, I could probably do that and probably use those tools for a while, because my shovel's kind of not that great. My pick is awesome, and my axe is just like super fast. What's that? Three lots of haste on it, and it's steel. So you know, my tools are pretty cool. You stopped? Excellent. So many saplings, so much wood. That's the reason. 64 out of 64. That is the reason why I am just making charcoal now. As you can see. So much charcoal. And then I put it over there, and my mana pool fills up, and then I just make random stuff to use up mana. So it's a pretty sweet deal. This is probably, this is about not quite episode 20. So once I get to episode 20, I will do a world download for everyone who's using the pack. So you guys can have a bit of a go at it as well. Obviously, you've already got your own worlds going, and like I said in the last episode, you've got TobascoPunk who's doing his own Let's Play that's up on YouTube. So yeah, really happy with where the pack has gone and the fact that you guys are enjoying it as well. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time, Astocky out.